back to another video. Today's a match preview for Stoke City versus Swansea City in the Sky Bet Championship. So yeah, let's get straight into it. But before we get into our thoughts, we got a guest on, Stoke City fan. You may remember him from before. Harvey, his channel's HarveySCFC. He's featured on our channel probably about 4 or 5 times now. But yeah, before we get into our thoughts, we'll hand it over to him.
Hello to everyone on Pure SCFC Vlogs. It's a big game this week for both sides. Stoke, this seems to be the last chance we have of sort of keeping up with that the playoff race. You know, Barnsley have hit form. There's a lot of sides going for that playoff race at the moment. Swansea obviously need to keep in touch with those automatic spots. I know you've got 2 games in hand, so you know it's a big game for both sides. You know, we really need to get a result. Stoke are really inconsistent at the moment. We had 2 really poor results last week against Brentford and Barnsley. And yeah, I do think Swansea will win this one 2-0. I just don't think Stoke have got enough about us. I think selection at times has been a little bit, not dodgy, but it's not been what we need in games. I think a midfield 2 of Thompson and Allen would be more suited, but I feel like we'll go for Allen and John Obi Mikel. But yeah, I think that's what it'll be. I think it'll be 2-0 to Swansea. I don't think Stoke have got much chance in this one. But yeah, thank you for having me on. Good luck for the rest of the season. Come on, Stoke.
So obviously a massive thanks for Harvey for featuring on our channel. He does a lot of good Stoke content, so please go and give him a subscription. And yeah, let's get into this video.
Right, so yeah, let's get straight into it. So I'll start off with my thoughts going into the game. So obviously it's going to be a tough game. We did beat them at the Liberty 2-0 via goals from Jay Fulton and Casey Palmer back in October, I believe. We beat them 2-0, a very good result. But it's going to be hard to beat them this time away because they are in better form and we're probably, well, definitely in worse off form. We've conceded 7 goals in our last 3 games, which is just embarrassing considering we were had the most clean sheets in the 4 divisions. But yeah, we had the best defensive record, but then we went off and conceded 7 in 3 games. But it's a must-win game now because obviously we are still in the driving seat and in pole position to take over Brentford if we do win our games in hand, but we'll only be 2 points ahead of them. So if we lose this and Brentford win, they're then in the driving seat. So this is a must-win game to keep up with them. And then after this, I do believe we do have 1 more game, then it's our game in hand. But yeah, this is a must-win game. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, definitely a must-win game for us. I think that game against Bristol City, it should never have ended that way. I think we deserved a bit more in that game, to be honest. I think certain players had a good performance and other certain players just didn't play well at all. I mean, really need to get back to winning ways as well, because our recent games have just not been great at all. Been giving the ball away too much, making stupid errors which we shouldn't be doing, and we don't want this losing streak to keep on going. So this needs to be a definite win. Do I think we can do it? I'm not too sure, to be honest. I think we could probably get a draw out of this, but after the last few results, I don't see us winning this game, to be perfectly honest. But hopefully we can get a good result. Hopefully our players can obviously find their shooting boots, and hopefully all the players can put out a good performance and a good shift.
Yeah, so obviously now on to injury news, so I'll start with the Stoke one. We've got quite a lot of players injured as well, just like Bristol City did. They've got former Swan, Sam Clucas, I believe is still out injured. Got James McLean, another player who's not liked by the Swans fan at all after that Casey Palmer incident. Stephen Fletcher's also injured. The Welsh international Rabbi Matondo, who they got on loan, is also injured. Fox is injured. Nathan Collins is injured, and Tyrese Campbell's injured. But Luke will give you the Swansea injury news now.
Yeah, for the Swans, we've got Norton out, we've got Bender out, we've got Bennett out, we've got Morris out, we've got Cullen out, and we've got Rowlett out. So 6 players out for us as well. So it's going to be hard to deal without them, because Bennett could say he's a key role in our defence for his experience. And obviously Morris is a good attacking player, and also Cullen and Rowlett as well. So it's going to be tough to deal without them.
Yeah, and now on to the key players for both teams. So starting off for Stoke, I've highlighted John Obi Mikel, obviously very experienced player, and I've also highlighted Joe Allen as well, ex-Swans player, very good central midfielder. But would you add anyone else?
I think I'd also add the striker Lee Gregory. I think it's
yeah.
I think I'd add him. I think he can get some decent goals at times, decent striker when he plays for Millwall as well. So I think he's also another player to look out for.
Yeah, and I've also highlighted Jack Clark as well. I believe he's on loan from, I think it's Spurs. a very good youngster who's on loan at Leeds and did well. And I'm also going to say Harvey as well, a good centre-back. But now on to lineups that me and Luke could go for the Swans. Starting off with me, in goal has got to be Freddie Woodman. He did make some mistakes, but he's still by far best keeper and one of the best in the league. Full backs, you'd have to stick with Connor Roberts, but then left back, wing back, I'd go with Ryan Manning. 3 at centre backs, I'd go with Joel Lantabodier as he was solid. I'd go with Ben Cabango and Mark Gehi once again. 2 in midfield, I'd go with Matt Grimes and Jay Fulton. And then in the just a bit in front, I would actually go with Corey Smith and drop Conor Horan. Horan's one of our best players, but I just believe that those 3 midfielders together work as they did towards the start of the season. And then up front, I'd go with Andre Ayew and I'd go with Morgan Whittaker because Lowe hasn't been firing much recently, neither has Ayew, but you need Ayew for that quality and experience. But yeah, what's your lineup?
Yeah, in goal, let's go Freddie Woodman. Right wing back Conor Roberts, left wing back Ryan Manning, because I feel like Bidwell needs a rest, and I feel like Manning deserves a lot more game time for the games that he's only played about 3 or 4 games just this season, so I think he deserves a lot more game time. And yeah, 3 at the back, as you said, Lantabodier, incredible performance. Well, not incredible, he did play really well against Bristol, so he deserves a shout. And then Gehi and Cabango next to him. Yeah, in midfield, yeah, I think I'll go for Grimes and Fulton. And then in attacking midfield, I'll go for Jan Dander, and then up front, go for Andre Ayew. And I think I'll go for Ariola next too. I think we should give him a shot and see how good he really is. Yeah,
it's interesting because Cooper doesn't really make changes, but he needs to start giving these new players a chance to prove what they can offer. But now finally on to score predictions. So it is going to be a tough game as always in the Championship, especially though we're on bad form. So I'm just going to go for a 1-0 win. I reckon we'll nick it. Maybe early on in the second half, so maybe 50th minute, and I'm going to go with a goal from Jay Fulton. But what's your prediction?
Just due to our last recent games, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. I think the scorer for us will be Andre Ayew, and I think for them it will be Lee Gregory.
Yeah, and that's it for this match preview, and we'll be back tomorrow. We'll be doing another one of them live match reactions. It should be just us two, but we might be getting Bish on as well, like we did last time. But yeah, we'll be doing them. If you'd like to see more of them, let us know, and we will be continuing with the normal previews, unless obviously we don't have time to film them like we did with the Bristol one. That's why they went live. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll be back for the live reaction tomorrow, so stay tuned, and thanks for watching.
Cheers.